It is important to have a strategy to apply or to do anything in your life. When you don't have a strategy, maybe you're repeating the same mistakes over and over. Today, I'll tell you the keys to sketch a function. So I'm gonna show you the strategies that you should take into account when you're going to sketch any function. Hello, I hope that you enjoyed this video. Let's start. So the first key, I tell that to identify the main function. And some people will tell, okay, what is the main function? What do you mean with the main function? To identify the main function, Hugo, what is the main function? Okay, so let me explain you what is to identify the main function using this example. As you can see here, we can check two different TVs. That was the TV that I used when I was a kid, and this is the TV we have right now at home, or you have in your house right now. But the most important fact is that both TVs, even that they are different in form, even that they are different in some other properties and characteristics, both TVs provide the same service, or they have the same function. So the main function is the TV function, but they have different characteristics. Okay, this has buttons, this is different, okay? But when you saw a function and when you check an equation to sketch a function, you just have to find what is this main function? What is the function that is talking about? Is it talking about exponential? Is it talking about logarithm? Is it talking about rational, radical? What is the function? What is the function that is talking about? Trigonometric function? What is the function is talking about? As here, we're talking about TV's function. Okay? The second key to me is very important because many students didn't take it into account and they start having problems, is to identify the argument of the function to set the domain. Is to know what is the argument of a function. Sometimes you don't need to know the argument, you just need to know the equation. How's the equation of the function? For example, for quadratic and rational functions, you need the equation. What is the function? What is the equation that represents the function? But sometimes in other functions like exponential, logarithm, trigonometric functions, you need to know what is the argument. And the argument is just how you change x. So for example, here we have a car, we got it in two different places. So if the car is in the place number 1, the guy that is inside the car could see the tree at some position, but if the car is in position number 2, he could see the tree in other position, farther than if you're in number 1. But the tree doesn't change. What changes the position. What's going to be the tree? The tree is going to be the function. The main function doesn't change. The exponential function, logarithm, trigonometric function doesn't change. What is changing here is the position. This is what we call the argument. And when you use the argument, you can reset the domain, especially for trigonometric functions, or for rational functions, or for logarithmic functions. So take into account when you have and you understand what is the argument of the function, so you can see how to set the domain easy. This is the key number 2. Learn how to use the argument of a function. Key number 3, identify which properties you need to find x and y intercepts. So before determining the x and y intercepts, determine which are the properties you need. Do you need to apply factoring? Do you need to apply quadratic formulas? Do you need to apply other properties? So let me tell you an example. If you see here this function, we can understand that the y and x intercepts are just the points in which x are 0 for the y-intercept. Look at x, 2, 1, 0 is here. And for y, the y-intercept is when y is 0, 4, 3, 2, 1, and when it's 0, yes, here and here. These are the x-intercepts. So y equals 0, x-intercepts, x equals 0, y-intercept. If it's a function, just one y-intercept. If it's a function, could have many x-intercepts. But what is the key? The key is to identify which properties. For example, if you're using properties of exponents, if it's exponential, so which are the properties I need to use? So have the properties of exponents. Or the logarithms, you need to use logarithms. So which are the properties I need to apply? Logarithms, exponentials, maybe roots, or maybe is periodic. You need to use music, periodic. You need to use what you need to apply, what you need to know. Okay? So if you know the properties, when you set x-intercept, you say, I need these properties. You know in which theory you're in. Okay? And it's easy for you. Then the 4, it's one of the most important. I think that is the one that you need to be very careful before anything, and is to follow the step-by-step process until you master it. Until you master the process, until you get the good idea of how to do, on how to sketch each function. Before that, do the step-by-step process. Find the domain, find the range, find the x-intercept, find the y-intercept, check how is the function, use the main function to sketch using the x-y intercepts and domain, range, and asymptotes if the function has asymptotes. Okay? Follow the step-by-step process. There are 2 ways. My way, when you decided to do anything and try as you like, or the high way, when you decided to go faster and follow the step-by-step process that you want to master. So my hint for you is to follow the step-by-step process to master it. If you want to check how to sketch an exponential function, a quadratic function, and some trigonometric functions, check my tube. In my tube I have explained how to sketch some of this function, such as you're not using my way, or your way, but a highway, some way to going faster, and follow the step-by-step process until you master it. And that's all. These are the keys I have for you. Thank you for watching this video. Remember 4 interesting keys. Get it into your mind. Practice the keys, but follow the steps that are in other videos about how to sketch functions. You can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and I'm so happy to see you, and I hope that you enjoy this video and see others and comments and everything. See you. Goodbye.